Good morning. I am 5 minutes earlier today, and as you can tell, the weather is still pretty rough today. We're still having a norte wind from the north that technically, unofficially signifies the end of the hurricane season. But of course, in 2020, we can expect this not to be true, although I sincerely hope it is true. Again, I see that people are joining, but I cannot see the names. I have no idea what Facebook is up to. But I welcome every one of you, even if I don't see your name. Maybe if you can comment, which I know some of you lost this ability with the new Facebook interface, then, drop a line, say hello. Maybe that way I can see that you're here. Just really funny to me how random it is. One day you can see it, another day you can't. But I guess it's a good metaphor for life in general. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Mariella. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Mary. Suddenly I can see everybody. I guess it was just a delay. Good morning, Mariella. Did you see that bird carrying a fish? That was awesome. Good morning, Alice. All right, it is time for us to start. And yesterday we talked about all the subtle ways we can steal from others. And today we will explore how we are stealing from our own lives. So we continue exploring the ethical guideline of yoga called ASTEYA, or non-stealing. Deborah Adele writes, in all the ways that we impose an outside image of ourselves onto ourselves, we're stealing from the unfolding of our own uniqueness. All demands and expectations that we place on ourselves steal from our own enthusiasm. All self-sabotage, lack of belief in ourselves, low self-esteem, judgments, criticisms, and demands for perfection are forms of self-abuse in which we actually destroy the very essence of our vitality. All the ways we live in the past or future, we also steal from ourselves. And all the ways we put up fences, whether real or imagined, around our physical belongings or around our mental idealisms, we put up barriers that steal from the full expansion of our own lives. We are captured in a culture where our very identity is tied up with our accomplishments. We wear all we have to do, our business, like a badge of honor on our shirt for all to see. And in this rush to get to the next thing, we have no time for ourselves. We give ourselves no time to digest and assimilate our lives. And this may be our biggest theft of all. The truth is, we need time to catch up with ourselves. We need time to chew and ponder and allow the experiences of life to integrate within us. Much like our body needs shavasana after a physical practice of yoga, so that the nervous system can integrate the benefits of all the poses and movements, all the exercises we do. In the same way, our mind needs time to rest and to reflect and to contemplate. And again, another passage from Deborah Adele's book. I experienced the truth of this need a few years ago when I was on the fast track. After 3 years at a grueling pace, I woke up one morning to realize I no longer had access to the experience of my life. It was one of the strangest feelings I have ever had. I have no other words to describe the feeling except to say that I no longer could remember any experiences of where I had been or what I had done. It was just too much for my system. I was on overload and my system simply shut down. It just quit. I had taken no time in those 3 years for even the semblance of reflection or integration. It was just on to the next thing, full speed ahead. And because I had not taken time to pause and allow my experiences to become part of me, I did not get to keep the experiences. They were just gone. I had really stolen this part of my life from myself. So let's explore this together now. Take a comfortable position, and as usual, take a few moments to acknowledge all the circumstances of your practice today, both internal and external. As you take this mindful pause, inhabit it with all your senses. Really feel the truth of being you in this moment, right here, right now. No judgment, no expectation. Allow your body to soften from the inside out, and allow your breath to be soft and natural, no effort. And now take a couple of minutes to explore all the ways you may be stealing from yourself based on what I've just offered to you for reflection. For example, do you feel the need to always be busy? Are you always rushing to the next task, not giving yourself time to integrate the experience at hand? Are you finding yourself more in the past or future than in the present moment? Whatever you find out, let there be no judgment. It's all okay. It's just part of us being human. We all do that to some extent. So I'll keep silent for a few moments so that you can take this inventory by yourself. As you take stock of all the subtle ways you may be stealing from your own life, I also invite you to honor yourself for your discipline and dedication to this mindful morning's practice. These 15 minutes you are taking out of your day every day for a mindful reflection is already a huge step in the direction of ASTEYA, non-stealing from yourself. So now take a moment to reflect what other ways of non-stealing from yourself you may want to introduce into your life in the very near future. And if you have a piece of paper handy, you may even want to write it down. And I would like to finish our practice today with a poem by Dana Folds called Just Be, that reminds us that we are the masters of our own life, that we can actually choose when to do and when to rest, when to be busy and when to do nothing. And there is great power in realizing that the choice is ours. And of course, with great power comes great responsibility. So here's the poem for you. Finally, I am slowing down. After weeks of doing, I have a moment to just be. Serenity must be chosen. The wave of relaxation washing through me not by chance, but by choice. I consciously give myself over to the tide of peace that easily receives all the burdens I am ready to release. As you go through your day today, I invite you to keep this reflection in mind, to take pauses here and there and ask yourself where in your life you may be stealing from your own experience. Where you may need to consciously make this choice to just be, to stop doing, to give yourself a break, and see how it lands with you. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.